I'm happy to see this legislation before us today. I appreciate the committee's effort to bring this forward. Ms. McConkey, to oversimplify the SITLA's mission, you own land throughout the state. I wish we could actually hold up a map and show people, if you could picture in your mind a checkerboard and then randomly select checkers, it's boxes. It's not like it's an organized checkerboard, it's these random boxes. These could be on the side of a mountain. They could be in the midst of a sacred, ancient Native American site. They could be in all of these random places. And your mission is to maximize these parcels for revenue, and we mentioned, among other things, the school children. And what we have before us today is a solution that goes into the designated Bears Ears Monument area, consolidates these and moves them out, thus protecting the areas within the monument. I do want to, before I go on, there are few issues more controversial in my state than public lands. And Bears Ears is among those, very controversial. And I want to point out that this legislation does not codify the Bears Ears Monument. It simply is a totally separate issue. Ms. McConkey, let me start with you. This is a win-win if you put it in the perspective, I think, of the public lands and the state of Utah. But one of the problems you dealt with as this matured was that some of these lands moved outside the county of San Juan. And in a perfect world, we would be able to do all of these exchanges within San Juan County because there's potential revenue coming from these exchanges that San Juan is sending off to other counties. Could you just touch on that and the work that you went through to try to deal with that the best you could?
San Juan County has been in a really difficult situation for many years because 6% of the land is private. The rest is either state land or overwhelmingly federal land. And we've worked really hard with the county commission. We have worked with local different levels of different local government. We've had open houses. We've had a lot of feedback and really listened. We took their suggestions. We looked at the maps. BLM has been wonderful and has really worked hard with us to find solutions that would work. And we've been able to keep a third of the land in San Juan County. And I do realize that a third is not a whole, but the third that they are getting is going to be consolidated into areas that have critical mineral development potential, oil and gas potential, real estate development potential. It has economic development potential that the scattered lands within what is now a national monument do not have. It was always difficult for us to make money off of these lands. We've made about $80,000 a year, typically on grazing, historically. This allows us to be able to have economic development through all of these different industry uses. We've already had door knocks from industry on some of these lands, and it also allows us to make money for school children.
I think it's important to hone in for just a minute that 2/3 of this land is going outside of San Juan County, and that San Juan County in some ways is taking one for the team. Deputy Director, we often talk in this hearing about Native American tribes. Could you just touch on how this impacts the Native American tribes in the area and the efforts to reach out to them and also their level of support for this?
There are 5 tribes that make up the Bears Ears Commission. We worked hard to keep them updated as we worked on these maps, and also they have submitted the Bears Ears Commission, signed by all 5 tribal members, a letter of support for this exchange.
So, that's a big deal. These are 5 tribes, different geographic locations, different interests, and it's rare when they actually come together as a unified group and speak out. So I want to acknowledge how important that is that they have spoken out in support of this and how that's no small accomplishment. I would feel bad if I missed this opportunity, Deputy Director, to give a shout out to your local BLM folks on the ground, Greg Sheehan and team. Great people, we enjoy working with them, have a great relationship. So big shout out from Utah to your people on the ground. Thank you.